Criminals committing offences like fraud, corruption, organised crime, and other illegal activities generate illicit funds. These crimes are known as predicate offences to money laundering. The goal of these criminals is to funnel their dirty money into the financial system, hiding its illegal origin. A resilient financial system plays a crucial role in detecting and stopping money laundering. Allowing illicit funds to flow undetected into the system can destabilise economies and fuel more criminal activities. By combating money laundering, we promote economic stability and more prosperous communities. While Ukraine is battling enemies on the front lines, it also faces the immense challenge of reforming domestic financial crime system to address deep-rooted issues like money laundering. Significant steps have been taken to combat financial crime, but prioritising effectiveness will be crucial for making meaningful progress. So, where should Ukraine focus its efforts to tackle not just the challenges tied to EU accession and meeting global standards, but all critical issues? Priority 1. Advancing public-private partnership in fighting financial crime. The private sector holds valuable insights, data, and technologies that are key to spotting suspicious transactions and activities. Strengthening information sharing is vital for success, both between public and private entities, as well as among private stakeholders. By focusing on collaboration, training, and guidance from international experts, Ukraine can build expertise and stronger cooperation between its public and private sectors. This trust building lays the groundwork for future initiatives, creating a solid foundation for partnerships among policymakers, law enforcement, bankers, and other professionals. Priority 2. Regulating virtual assets. Ukraine has embraced new technologies rapidly, even receiving donations in virtual assets during the early days of the full-scale invasion. However, without clear laws and regulatory oversight, the system is vulnerable to illicit activities. As a result, Ukraine's rating for FATF's Recommendation 15 on new technologies has been downgraded. What can be done? Authorities could introduce a registry that encourages virtual asset service providers to register by offering incentives. A controlled environment where organisations can safely test new technologies, called a sandbox, could help test new ideas for market development while managing risks. Conducting a comprehensive virtual asset risk assessment and appointing a regulator will also be crucial for improving financial integrity. Priority 3. Responding to money mules. With Ukrainians increasingly using virtual jars to fundraise for military support, the volume of peer-to-peer transactions has increased significantly. Unfortunately, this environment is being exploited by criminals who use money mules to launder funds. Restricting peer-to-peer transfers might raise the cost for criminals, but it won't solve the problem. A more sustainable solution lies in strengthening Know Your Customer procedures, raising awareness among at-risk groups like students, and mandatory tax declarations. Priority 4. Supervising designated non-financial businesses and professions. Ukraine's updated its laws to monitor professions that have higher risk of coming into contact with money laundering. These professions are called designated non-financial businesses and professions. For example, real estate agents and art dealers. However, many in this group are unaware of their obligations as regulated actors due to a lack of clear communication from authorities. What can be done? Regulators should host regular forums and meetings to engage directly with this group, addressing their concerns and providing guidance. Penalties for non-compliance need to be proportionate but impactful. And a coordinated strategy, developed with all stakeholders, can ensure better alignment and understanding across the board. Priority 5. Combating the financing of weapons of mass destruction. Ukraine seeks global compliance with sanctions on Russia, but faces its own challenges in preventing the financing of weapons of mass destruction. A lead authority should be designated to coordinate these efforts domestically. Developing detailed guidelines and risk indicators will help businesses, financial institutions, and export-related sectors identify and report risks effectively. Additionally, Strengthening international partnerships will further bolster Ukraine's capacity in this area. As Ukraine works to align with EU standards and FATF recommendations, it is essential to bolster the integrity and resilience of its financial system. By addressing these priorities, Ukraine can strengthen its position as a reliable international partner, building trust and thus securing continued support from allies.